Everybody is talking about it, but nobody wants to analyze it seriously. In other words, people are talking, but they're not telling us anything about it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the planned swearing in of Raila Amolo Odinga as the 5th president of Kenya, which is scheduled for 12th December. You know, the reaction from some analysts, lawyers, very learned people, who understand the constitution, their reactions to this Raila Odinga swearing in has been very fascinating. I'll give you one example. In a morning talk show in one of our leading TV stations, when somebody was asked a question, they started to change the topic. Oh, you know, you have a very good photograph on page 6. Oh, you know, I wanted to say, until he was told, no. Please, just answer the question. And then right there and then, they confessed that it's a very distressing topic. Ni kitu ambaye inafanya wa sweat. And then we have the usual planted newspaper articles. I saw an article in a very respectable leading newspaper saying that according to our constitution, if Raila Odinga attempts to be sworn in, he'll be committing treason. And there's only one sentence for treason, death by hanging. Looking at the long sections of the law they have quoted, they're not quoting the constitution. They're quoting the penal code. And we all know that the 2010 constitution is superior. It supersedes, it overrides all other laws. And even the sections of the penal code they quote are completely out of context. Nothing. Raila did not suggest anything like what is written there at all. The sections of the law, he did not suggest anything to that effect. Okay, so let's start with Raila Odinga's exact words, and then let's move on and analyze this thing, this potato that is too hot to handle for most. Okay, this is what Raila Odinga said. He said that his swearing in is going to be within the law. Very important to note that. Okay, he also said, to emphasize that, he did not want to swear himself in like Besigye in Uganda, our neighbors, who saw himself in and then he was arrested immediately after. And those who arrested him had grounds in law to do so. Okay, so he went on and said his swearing in will be the swearing in like the recent swearing in of the new Zimbabwean president, who was sworn in and moved straight into State House. So what Raila said is that on 12th December, he's going to be sworn in and he's going to immediately move to State House. Now I find it more than a bit puzzling that everybody who's talking about this Raila Odinga swearing in is using words like illegal, outside the constitution, which were not used by Raila at all. He did not say, I'm going to be sworn in outside the constitution. He emphasized he's going to be sworn in legally within our constitution. Or if I can pronounce constitution the way a son of Kenya called Michael Kijana Wamalo used to pronounce it, according to a constitution. Okay, there's something we all know about the NASA think tank. So far, the NASA think tank has been ahead of very many people. It has been ahead of even so-called legal experts. Just to give you an example, when NASA announced the people's assemblies, nobody envisaged that they would be within the law, including myself. Today as I speak, the people's assemblies have been legalized in counties right across the country. From Nyanza to Coast to Kambani. So when you hear NASA saying it will be all legal, you'd better be sure it's going to be legal. And when it's Raila Odinga himself saying it, you'd better be sure it's legal, and you'd better be sure it's going to happen. Raila Odinga is many things to many people, especially his enemies, but one thing you've got to give to him, when he announces that something will happen, it usually happens without fail. But what has puzzled legal experts even more is the rider, the statement he made after that, after saying he's going to be sworn in. He said he's going to be sworn in and then he's going to move into State House. What? How is he going to pull that one off? Tena legally. Hey, is it really possible? Well, it is. And in the next episode of this series, we're going to go deep into the Constitution and look at one possibility, or one of the ways in which this can be achieved completely legally, yeah, completely above board, yes, and to solve that mystery for most Kenyans who are asking questions, but nobody seems to want to answer those questions. Of course, I appreciate the fact that NASA do not want to let the cat out of the bag, yeah, because one of the people scratching their heads are Jubilee people, yes. But as I said, I will give one example, and I'm told by legal experts that there are various options under which this actually can be achieved. Okay, so make sure you catch that the next episode. Yes, you know the usual drill. Look out for the link on your top left hand corner of the screen. Click on it, and you'll be on to that part 2 of this recording. See you there in a bit. This is Kshs Kumekucha.